Welcome to SimpleSoftware Training University video number 121, Basic Simple Cover Sheet Setup. In this video we will go over how to set up a basic barcode cover sheet with the SimpleCoversheet designer. The first step is to open SimpleCoversheet. This opens a blank SimpleCoversheet configuration, and to create a new one you click the new cover sheet icon. The first step is to decide how you'd like the layout of the page that you'd like to use. You can change the measurement, the paper size, landscape or portrait. You can put a grid in, and you can also add templates that you can use for custom templates at a later date, such as Avery templates. We'll pick the default for this configuration. The first barcode that we'll set up is a static barcode that's always the same. We're going to set up several different barcodes on this sheet, but you can split these into individual cover sheets or have them all together. We'll just review how to do a setup on one cover sheet. So the first step is to pick the element that you'd like to add, which is a barcode. We can draw that anywhere on the page. And then the first thing that pops up is how you'd like to construct the barcode that you'd like to set up. Like I said, in this one we'll be using a static barcode. And a static barcode will always be the same value. It's very useful in barcode cover sheets for separators as a general barcode separator. I generally will put a static value, that way it always is the same and you always know that you're getting the correct barcode separator sheet. So we'll name the barcode, and this is the name of the field in SimpleCoversheet for the barcode. And then the text is what text appears above the barcode when printing. So I'll put the same thing, which is what I generally put. And in the value, I will put the value of what the barcode I would like is. So in this one, we'll call it barcode separator. And then every time this sheet is printed, a barcode that says barcode separator at the bottom and then the title of the barcode at the top will be put on the page. So if I go to user mode, we see that this barcode sheet just says separator. Now another type of barcode is a barcode that you can type in manually. So we'll draw a new barcode and we'll pick input by the user before printing for this barcode. We have the same fields, the name of the field in SimpleCoversheet, and the text that appears above the barcode is the title. So this we'll just call text, since we're going to be able to type whatever text we want. And we can also put templates in if we'd like. That way we can constrain what can be typed in the field. So now if we switch to user mode, we see that there's nothing that appears on the page, but as soon as we type in text here, it puts that value as a barcode on the page for whatever we've typed into the text box, and then calls that barcode text. And then we can also create a drop-down barcode, which is a barcode that we can select as a drop-down. And in this situation, we'll be pulling the values from a text file. So we'll pick selected by the user from a text file, and we'll hit next. And this particular text file has names in it, so we'll call this barcode the names barcode. Now the barcode list that we'll be using is the barcode that we have on the desktop, and we called it names. And I just have a list of some general names in this list. So we'll browse to that path. We'll pick names, and then it autofills the path. We can also make it to where you can only allow values from the list. Now if we check this, you can only pick values that are in the drop-down. But if you leave it unchecked, you can type whatever you want in the field or pick from the drop-down. So if we switch to user mode, we can see that everything from the text file is in the list. And as we change it, the value changes. Or, since I didn't pick only allow values in list, I can type whatever I want. And it shows up red if it's not in the list. Now we also have some non-barcode types of fields. The first is label. Label is a field that's very similar to a barcode field, only it's for machine print text only and not barcodes. Generally what it's used for is like a signature or something that you want to be able to type on the page but doesn't need to be put as a barcode value. Handwritten after printing is a good general one, and we can maybe put a signature on there. Now in the user mode we have signature as the type. We can also put text, and that just puts a static piece of text, which is very good for a header. So we put that there, and then we can change the text to whatever we want. And it auto changes it. And we can also change the font as well. So for a title, we want it to be big and bold. So we'll up the font. And then we can move it around to wherever we'd like. So now, in user mode, we have a variety of different fields. You can type, you can pick from a drop-down, you have your static value, you have your text, and your label. Then, when you're ready, and you've typed what you want for the barcodes and the labels, you hit print, and then you can print to whatever printer you prefer, or to a PDF file. Just like in Simple Index, you can save your configurations. If you hit save, it'll ask you where you'd like to save it to. And then it saves it to a SimpleCoversheet configuration. So if we look in the folder, we see that there is a cover sheet configuration, and the type is SimpleCoversheet barcode template. The file type, which isn't shown here, is .xcs, which is the SimpleCoversheet configuration format. Now you can also edit the fields that you've created. So for this one in particular, or maybe this one, we can right-click and edit. And then let's say take the colon out. Or we can edit this one and call it something more descriptive. You can also change specifics about the barcode itself, such as the font and the size, by going to the barcode settings in the right-click menu. You can change what type of barcode you want, the size of the barcode, the font size, of course, as well as the font of the text underneath the barcode as well. Once you're done, you can go back to the folder that you saved your configuration to and open the configuration directly, and it'll keep all the settings that you have and go straight to user mode, so you don't have to worry about switching back and forth between design and user mode. That's the end of the Simple Software Training University video number 121, Basic Simple Cover Sheet Setup. We've seen how to set up a basic barcode cover sheet with the Simple Cover Sheet Designer.